Hi there, it's Tony Joe from Remax Camosun here in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. Thanks for tuning in to our weekly real estate stats update. It is March the 5th right now, so we're just a couple of days in to the month of March. We had finished February strongly, as you have probably just noticed. We exceeded our numbers compared to February of 2011. So right now, 5th day of the month, we've already had 52 posted sales. There's not a lot to report, obviously, because of the fact that not only is it the beginning of the month, but also we just had a weekend as well, too. And generally speaking, sales come in during the week, of course. So we're at 52 sales. March of 2011 ended up with 622. So we've got a ways to go. It'll be very interesting to see what this number is going to be like this time next week. As far as new listings are concerned, we've had 186 come into the marketplace compared to a total of 1,501 last year. And our inventory currently stands at 3,731 listings compared to 4,100, which is where March of 2011 ended up. So when you look at the numbers, it will end up, because if we're going to assume that there's going to be another 500 or 600 sales, and we assume also too the number of new listings, we'll probably end up about the same as far as inventory is concerned, which is not a bad thing. And somebody brought up to me just the other day about the fact that I've been comparing to the previous year's numbers, and that might not be a good indicator of what's happening out there in the marketplace. I do agree with that. I've just been doing it as a point of tradition so far in the weeks that I've been doing this. But I want to tell you, what we can do is we can always pluck out numbers from any other month in the years past, in the past 20 years, for instance. So there were 622 sales in March of 2011. There were 833 or 924 in 2007 and 2005. Those were the peak years. So at the peak level, we were about 40% higher than we are looking at right now. So does that mean that sales are down by that amount? It just, to me, means that it was really busy during those times. And we remember, because that was a crazy time. Inventory was low. It was a buying frenzy. It was crazy times. And we, of course, experienced that time, and that was just the grand days of real estate. And we're not expecting that to happen anytime soon. If we look at times like between 1995 and 2001, the sales all hovered anywhere from 421 to 599. So again, the numbers were actually quite a bit lower than we've seen recently. So again, that was yet another 40% less than what we have right now. So they doubled in the super high period, and compared to now, things are fine. So anyways, just a quick little discussion about numbers. We can always look back at any certain number. If you have any questions or are curious, just send me an email or connect to me through the YouTube channel here. The last thing I wanted to mention is about the HST and new construction. We're seeing a lot of activity happening. I was on a conference call for the province just last week, and I was able to tell a story about an agent friend of mine who had listed a property for sale on the Friday that the new home HST increase, the threshold increase, went from $525,000 to $850,000 on the Friday. She listed the property for sale. They had sold it on Saturday, and there were 4 other interested parties as well too. And she can't help but think that it was a result of the fact that the new threshold level increased. So clearly it was a good thing for them, and probably a good thing for other people with new inventory out there as well too. So I will keep you up to date as to more things that transpire in that respect. But again, I'm Tony Joe. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you this time next week.